Manoj, hi, good morning. It was a good day that we had yesterday, but do you see this rally getting sold into, and what would your advice be to traders now?
Good morning, Sonia. Sonia, we believe that the debt ratio and the equity, the FII flow usually comes in a ratio of 1:1.6, and that usually dictates the liquidity that might come into the market. So more or less, if you see even yesterday, day before rather, at the levels of 8,000, we had seen huge put writing which is happening, and obviously the FIIs had changed the instrument from the index future to an index option. If you see, the Nifty has corrected good 400 odd point, let's say last week or so, but then the net open interest addition in Nifty was hardly 1 or 2%. But if you see the index option, it was a good buy of 2,500 to 3,000 odd crores. So we believe whenever there is a change in the instrument, the M2M factor for the losses goes down, and that is when we see a trend reversal, and that is what we were expecting. So as of now, we would not be buying Nifty at this level, but if the Nifty corrects to an 8100, 8103 on the futures, that is when it's a buy. The stop loss should be 8064, and the upside is at the weighted average price, which is 8220. So we are expecting the Nifty to find a resistance close to 8220. If it goes to 8220 first, it becomes a sell. At 8100, it's a buy for 120 points.
So at the moment, no trade. You will just wait for it to go to 8220 or 8130.
Sorry to interrupt. We have a trade here. See, because this is a small month, we have the expiry exactly 14 days, so we can actually venture into selling an option. Because if you see the VIX, Tuesdays generally when we have the expiry for VIX, and we have seen the VIX topple from 18.8 level to a 16.8 level. So what we expect is Nifty is going nowhere, possibly 7950 to 8300 odd should be the range we should have for this expiry, and the expiry might be more or less close to 150 points off a delta. Positive or negative is what we are expecting. So sell a 7900 put option and sell an 8400 call option as well. The combination should be around 62 rupees. Keep a stop loss of 80 rupees, and you can expect 40 rupees profit. So the target comes to 20 rupees on that.
All right.
But before I get to your stocks, is there a strategy on the Bank Nifty?
Latha, we believe that this ratio of 2.16 which is going on between the price ratio rather between the Nifty and Bank Nifty, this is not a level where we can actually buy. There is a bounce, definitely. We cannot rule out. The weighted average price for the Bank Nifty now is at 18,020 on futures. So we have a good support somewhere close to 17,300. So even at this level, the pullback that we've seen in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty is almost at a 60 percentile. So either if I'll get a level of 18,000, I'll be shorting a Bank Nifty, or if I get a level of 17,300, I would rather buy. But then if it is stock specific, Latha, we look into the cash buying which has happened to the derivative proportionate money which is coming in the last 2-3 days in this bounce as well. So ICICI is a topic where we feel we can still buy that. 292 is what it is trading at. The stop loss should be 287, and we're expecting 302 on that as well.
A buy on Axis, and now we get a buy on ICICI as well. Actually, we were just discussing Voltas with Ambarish. You have a buy on L&T. Manoj, is it buying the futures? Is it buying the option? Or is it buying the cash?
Absolutely, Latha. We're going with the futures. The reason is, Latha, the entire month of May, if you see, telecom is one sector where the money has come in terms of cash-based buying. And off lately, we are seeing some money which is flowing some into the cement stock and capital goods for the first time. Day before, we have seen good value addition in terms of delivery accumulation which has happened. And L&T tops the list. So it's a buy from the future, somewhere close to 1710 it is trading at, so we should be buying that. The stop loss should be 1684, and we're expecting a good 60 points at least on that. So 1770 should be the immediate target on L&T that we're expecting.
All right, Manoj, we didn't discuss your strategy on TVS Motors. That's a sell, is it?
No, Latha, it's a buy, because we're not selling anything in this point of time, because we are expecting, even from this level of 8,000 to 8250 odd, that should be the bounce which will happen. And obviously, autos and cap goods and some in the banking is where we are expecting the bounce to come in. So TVS is a buy rather. It's at 224. We like the stock. We are seeing good buying which has happened, and we are expecting that short covering can take the stock all the way to 242. So that's the target. The stop loss we recommend here is 218.
Okay, so that's the call coming in on TVS. Just finally, one word from your end, Manoj, what is the level above which you think that the shorts in the system could get reversed and that you would be convinced to, take a fresh long position on the index?
Sonia, see, if we go back in the month of May, you know, the entire movement in the Nifty was a 480 points, right? I guess from 8,000 to 8480 odd, and the Bank Nifty also was hardly 500 odd points. But value-wise, if you see, the Bank Nifty is twice to that of Nifty, and if you see, there is a reverse arbitrage that is going on precisely from the month of Feb, if you have actually seen that happening. Now, ideally, every time, you know, the reverse arbitrage starts, the net FII flows, we see the net money which comes out of the system somewhere close to 12 to 15% of the annual flow by what the FIs have done it. Now, in terms of dollar terms, 63.78 is a very crucial level because that is the average at which the stock futures is being rolled into this month. So what I'm trying to say is we are expecting a bounce. Nifty might spend some 8 to good 10 odd days between this 8,000 to 80 to 50 odd. So, you know, we're expecting the market won't be interesting at least for the next week, and possibly towards the expiry we might see some reverse arbitrage follow up, and that would come to a level of 78.64 to 79.05, and for the Bank Nifty it is 16,800. The ratio between these two indices will come to 2.11. That is when it's an investment buy. We feel the downside would be limited, and we have very handsome targets on the upside for the next 365 days. That can be a good 9,300 on the Nifty as well, and a 24,800 on the Bank Nifty as well. I know it sounds too big at this point of time, but then when we come to these levels, that is when we'll be investing in these stocks.
Fair enough. 16,800 on the Bank Nifty. That's when you will buy and see it go all the way to 24,850. And on the Nifty, he sees it going to 9,300. I'm waiting for those days as well. Manoj Murlidharan, that's a high point to end this conversation. Thank you very much for joining us. That's Manoj's disclosures, Religare Securities disclosures running for you.